What is up, everybody? Welcome back to some GK Pro coverage. We are in the second round of the 6th annual Buffalo Run Disc Golf Tournament out here in McAlester, Oklahoma. My name is Gabriel Dow, and I'm here with one of our Tulsa local pros, Lauren Lewis.
All right, how's it going?
He is on the mic with me for this tournament. We are out here once again in McAlester. Beautiful course. They got a couple good courses out here. So far, we got Emerson Keith leading the pack, sitting at 8 under par. Bo Tillman and Luke Samson both shooting 7 under pars first round. And then Coda Hatfield with an unfortunate 18th hole finishing out the first round. He's sitting at 6 under par. So hopefully we can see him pull it back around and make those putts that he missed, because he spat out about a solid 3 putts last round.
Yeah, it was a little rough on the putting green. These baskets don't like the wind, and when you hit them and then hit that dead center and it starts to come out a little bit, the wind does the rest of the work.
Exactly. Hole 1, this is a par 4. It's 525 feet. Once again, very downhill. You have 2 options: the big hyzer around the right side, or the slight flex shot to straight shot down the middle. Both of these shots are pretty safe. You can go for it with the hyzer depending on the wind, but most of these guys are just going to be laying up, then laying up again, and taking their threes.
We got Emerson on the box, lining up that hyzer shot.
Yep.
Oh,
or a straight shot.
Or absolutely not, the straight shot. He's got a nice flex on this. That looks really well done.
Yeah.
The wind is a little down on this day. It's not whipping that right to left that it was.
Yeah.
So
the wind wasn't. I mean, it was what, like 10 miles an hour today compared to yesterday, which was like 25 or so.
Yeah, that's probably why these guys are electing to do that.
Yeah.
Nice up the middle shot.
Luke Samson out of Illinois. I met him at the Oklahoma Open. Super nice guy.
Yeah. He has a crush forehand.
Yeah.
He's in that normal landing zone that the big spike hyzer gives you.
Yeah. I don't know him that well, but it seems like he's a baseball player.
Yeah.
Just the way that forehand is. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can always tell.
Roller
from Coda. And that's an interesting play.
Yeah. Looks like he's going to come up, I guess, a little short of the other players here. Maybe just a little too much angle on that.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to land a roller when you're so far above starting off on the tee pad.
Exactly. I mean, you really have to get the angle perfectly out of your hand.
Still got a decent shot. Left himself a little long and a death putt if he misses.
Yeah. Bo with a nice layup. That's the nice thing about being kind of perpendicular to that hill, is you can just kind of jam it into there with a backhand, and you can pretty much count that it's not going to roll. Emerson trying to give it a little run. He'll be tapping in the birdie, though.
Oh, no problem.
Not a problem at all. He will start the round under par, moving himself to 7 under par for the tournament.
Oh, Bo barely squeaking over the edge there.
Yeah. First putt of the day.
Yeah.
Always feels good when the first putt of the day goes in.
Exactly. Especially when his first putt of the day yesterday kind of lipped out and went OB. So
yeah.
It's nice. He's in the basket, walking to the next hole with a birdie.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of,
Luke just a little bit low.
I couldn't tell if he rushed that or maybe it's just the nerves.
Yeah. He'll be taking an unfortunate par, staying at 7 under.
Sometimes when you're lining up and you've got that OB looming directly behind the basket, that can force you to, putt a little timidly or a little low.
Mm-hmm. Hole 2, this is a par 4. It is 705 feet. How are you playing this hole, Lauren?
I normally do the big hyzer. I like the big hyzer. I like to come in between the 2 trees. Some people like to push that tree a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that guy. The popular play is the big turnover. So you're throwing something a little understable, letting your disc flex out, landing in that little flat open area.
Yeah. The turnover kind of takes that out of bounds, out of play.
Exactly.
Obviously, with the hyzer, you have the risk of hitting one of those trees if you miss throw.
Yeah, and this is looking really nice.
This is an absolute mash from Emerson.
Fantastic.
Wow.
That's the furthest I saw anybody up there all day.
Yeah, that is. He's left with, what, a 280-foot upshot?
Yeah, something like that.
That is huge.
And he passed all of the wet landing zone, so he's probably going to be, just throwing a standstill or a little one step, something like that.
Yeah.
I was almost thinking he was going to go roller again.
Right. But no, this is another
Looks
crush.
good. Wow.
Coda gets up there, not quite as far as Emerson, but he is up there.
Oh, yeah, that's a smash.
Yeah.
When you do that, it makes this hole a lot easier.
This is looking a little sawed off.
Yeah.
Oh,
very fortunate, because a lot of the disc that hit that tree dropped straight out of bounds.
Yeah.
And then you're taking it not too far off the tee pad if you didn't cross.
Yeah, and that's an absolute nightmare on this hole.
Really good approach from him, though.
Yeah, leaving it a little bit short, but it's a makeable putt.
Bo, same play as yesterday. There you go.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Skips up on there.
And these little culverts over here are out of bounds, so that's kind of a scary upshot. If you just tug it a little bit and throw it a little too hard, there's a possibility of going in there.
Coda playing a little bit safer, putting it on much sharper of an angle.
There you go. He might have even, been thinking, well, I really hope I don't throw it too long.
Yeah.
Kind of cut it off.
Luke just a little bit too low there. Coda for his 3.
See if you can give us some fireworks. No part of that.
Nope. And Emerson actually ended up in that water down there, so this is his relief here. And just kind of soared that one over the basket.
Luke cleaning up a par. No harm, no foul on that one.
Yeah. Par's nothing to complain about. Emerson staying at 9 under par. Coda is going to be staying at 7. Bo tapping out, staying at 8 under par. Hole 3, this is a par 4, 390 feet. You have the super tight gap that you have to hit off the tee, which is really the most danger you're going to face on this hole. Once you clear that gap, you have a pretty easy upshot. Ideally, you want to be across the sidewalk here to leave yourself with a little jumper for maybe an eagle chance. But as long as you hit that first gap, you are going to be looking at a birdie.
Yeah, the first gap is definitely tough, and it can get in your head. As we saw one of the guys in the first round kick a tree. I think Austin kicked a tree, went straight out of bounds. That is a really good shot, though. Anything across that sidewalk is a really good shot.
Yeah. And Bo, this is flexing out, gets across the sidewalk, and he's going to be up there.
That actually opens up the angle to the basket too, so he's going to have a pretty good look.
Yeah. And that is just a little bit too high from Coda, but it squeaks through, and he's going to be right there before the sidewalk. He'll have a pretty routine upshot from there.
Yeah, definitely lucky to get through those trees there.
Yeah.
We're seeing everybody take that middle gap. Nobody's wanting to mess with the right or left side lines.
Mm-mm.
Just get through clean. Make sure you leave yourself a decent upshot.
Yeah. Coda hits the pole. Tap in birdie for him.
It's a good feeling when you when you don't have to putt for your birdie.
Yeah, exactly. It's might be one of the better feelings in disc golf. Emerson flexing one out there, trying to, and fades out too early on him.
Yeah, he's definitely using like an overstable putter. He didn't quite give that.
Yeah, I believe that was a harp.
Yeah,
that he
didn't quite
threw.
give that enough.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the cost there. He's going to be taking the par. Everyone else parked for the birdies. Luke moving to 8 under par. Coda taking the birdie as well.
Very easy birdie.
Oh, yeah.
You notice he's giving out high fives and stuff.
Yeah.
When Coda's on the card, you know you're going to have a good round. You know you're going to have a fun time.
Yeah. Emerson with an unfortunate par. Staying at 9 under par. Hole 4. This is a par 3, 420 feet, 128 meters. This is a really a forehand through the left side gap. There is also a straight gap, which is a little bit more risky because the gap is a lot tighter. We did also see Coda opt for the backhand turnover to flex shot as well last round. So we'll see what these guys opt for.
Looks like Bo is lining up that same straight gap he did the first day. Smooth release. And probably in the circle.
Oh, yeah. Skips up against those rocks.
And that's really best case scenario when you're doing that, because you're not really allowing yourself to get parked technically, but you're giving yourself a pretty easy putt, and it's going uphill. You're not putting toward any drop off or anything.
Yeah, exactly. Coda's shot was really nice. Luke with a really nice shot as well. He'll be about circle's edge there. Looks like Emerson is going for the backhand this time. Last round he went forehand. Trying to make an adjustment here. And he hits the rock. Oh! And rolls all the way back and around.
Yeah, that was pretty nasty. Oh my God.
Wow. We have our first GK throwback of the round here.
That's fantastic.
And that's
you
a
throw
great
a good
putt.
shot, and then some little bit of bad luck happens, and then you still capitalize. That's fantastic.
Yeah. So good.
Oh, another nice putt.
Luke from the circle's edge. No problem.
Look at him let that breath out. He's like, yeah, I got that one.
Yeah. Coda needing to make this one to keep up with the card. Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. Seeing a star frame on this hole is going to be fantastic.
Oh, yeah. He is 9 under par, 3 down for the round, 3 for 4. He's feeling good.
Bo giving himself a little boost on the rocks. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Oh, man. That's unfortunate. Just a little bit right side. Hole 5, this is a par 4. It's 480 feet, dog leg right. Most of these guys are either going to be throwing a forehand or a turnover line through this gap here. There is a Mando on the right side that keeps the big spike hyzer out of play. So you really just want to make this clearing here right where the drone's flying, if not a little bit further up. And then from there you have a super open and easy upshot. I mean, the danger is really just landing early and having a lot of low ceiling branches to deal with.
Got this maybe a little too turned over,
Yep.
and hopefully that didn't kick straight down, because that little section right there before you get to the before you get around the corner is out of bounds.
That's right.
That was a great shot from Luke. He got all the way through the little guardian trees that are just around that corner.
This is looking sawed off from Emerson. Yeah, that's
little
well
tight
short.
too. So he's not OB, but he's still not around the corner. He's it's going to be interesting to see what he does from there.
And that's a good shot from Bo.
It's about right where he was the first round, I think.
Oh, and Emerson actually has a little window here. And puts it right there, about
so
25 feet. Great second shot from Emerson.
Oh, and there's another line.
Yeah, Coda had a little gap to hit as well and puts it up there, about 25 feet. Boop. It's right there. Inside 25 as well. And Luke with the CTP.
Yeah, just fine. I played with Luke on the first round, and he ended up smashing a forehand in for two from a lot further back than he was just then.
Really?
Yeah.
On this hole?
Yeah. On this
Oh,
hole.
no way. Two feels great on this hole.
Oh, yeah.
And that was an unfortunate birdie miss from Coda. See if Emerson can capitalize here. Yeah. 3 down for the round. 11 under par for the tournament. Bo tapping in the birdie as well, moving to 10 under par. Luke, CTP of the bunch, tapping in as well. He will be moving to 10 as well. Hole 6, this is a par 3. It is 348 feet. Once again, they have moved this one back from the original pin. It used to be tucked up past this little bunch of trees here to the left, but they've moved it back over the creek. So you really just want to throw a distance driver out there, get it flat, and have it finish left and hopefully skip over the creek to leave yourself with a putt. That's really the only way to leave yourself with an inside the circle look. The majority of these looks are going to be from outside of 40 feet.
Yeah, and then you don't want to do right about what he's doing, because that whole he just got saved because that whole left side is out of bounds. So anything that's over the edge of that creek is definitely out of bounds. So he got a great kick.
Yeah. Here's Emerson with that lucid rainbow defender.
Oh, let's go.
And squeaks through the gap, just peers it.
That's fantastic.
He is parked for the 2. That's so good.
Bo trying to follow suit. Got the big skip, but there's so many little clumps of trees right there. It's so hard to get through them.
Exactly. Coda throwing his a little bit higher.
Yeah, there's not a lot you can do about that. If you throw too high on this hole, it's going to get you in trouble every time.
Yeah. Here's Coda from about 90 feet. Oh.
Look, he's so
GK
reflexing.
throwback for Coda.
He kept his eyes on that the whole time, so he knew it had a chance.
Look at that. So good.
Yeah, that is a really good shot.
Great 2 from Coda, moving himself to 9 under par.
Oh, yeah, Luke, after that kick, got way up there.
Give himself a look, just a little bit right side.
Bo a little short from the knee.
Yeah. He still really didn't have that bad of a look from over there.
No, it wasn't so bad.
No. And, Luke on the comebacker, just a little too low.
A little low again. He was low on hole 1. We need to get Luke in a rhythm here.
Yeah. Unfortunate bogey for him. Moving down to 9 under par. And here is Emerson with just the butter drive, parking the hole.
Yeah, that's a really good feeling on this hole.
Yeah.
That's
a bonus birdie.
Yeah, definitely. Can't stress that enough. It's a bonus birdie for sure.
Bo, not too happy about the par. Hole 7, this is a par 3, 605 feet. You have a gap on the left that is crucial that you need to hit. Just hit this left side gap and end up in the clearing. You can either be on this left side or right side. As long as you're past the gap, you will leave yourself with a little tunnel shot up to the basket. There's a lot of low-hanging branches that you have to kind of throw under, so that is something to be careful of. We have also seen guys go for the big flex shot over the top as well. If you got the arm, that's definitely the play because it kind of takes the trees out of everything. Emerson hits the skinny gap.
That needs to. Oh no, that's just fine.
Yeah, he'll have a pretty routine forehand upshot from there.
Coda trying out the forehand as well.
Same gap.
Yeah, same exact
Almost
gap.
Same line. And he's right there, just barely short of Emerson's. And Bo finds some limbs there.
Yeah, his disc got understable really quick.
Yeah. Not the greatest spot.
I knew we were going to see somebody throw over the top. It's got a lot of hyzer on it.
Yeah,
it
does.
Not quite going to work.
That needs to stay in bounds.
With the wind being down,
it
that's
did.
a pretty good play.
Yeah, that stayed in bounds. I think it hit the top of that tree there and fortunately did not drop out of bounds.
Bo having to do a weird extended forehand type of shot.
Oh, and Luke with just an awkward angle.
Yeah, when you're left of those trees trying to come back in toward the basket, it's a really tough gap.
So difficult. And Bo hits the trees, and the disc still maintains its turn, and it just parks. That was cool.
Coda's ending up in the circle.
Yeah. Emerson's second shot. That looks a little high, and it was, and that's going to be very short of the basket.
Yeah, he left himself well short there.
Yeah.
Luke's going to have a circle's edge, kind of a tester putt.
Oh, great run from Emerson.
There we go. Nice to see him connect. No more low putts for Luke. Come on now.
9 under par. Staying there. This is Coda's third for birdie. Oh, yeah. He'll move to 10 under par.
Emerson going to be tapping in after almost saving that birdie. Unfortunately, his upshot just went a little high. He did end up having the best drive out of the group, I think.
Yeah, he did. All right, hole 8. This is a par 4. It is 519 feet. You have this right side gap that you need to hit. It's the most dangerous part of the hole. It's very low ceiling as well. Just throw a distance driver, have it flip up flat, and hyzer right before this tree to the right here, this dead tree here. Or I guess it's not dead. It's just the leaves have fallen. But you really just want to get a skip down this hill and leave yourself with as short of an upshot as possible for this second shot.
Coda lining that up. And he didn't quite pure it. It's a tough line to really get straight through there.
Yeah. And Emerson with that same Rainbow Lucid Defender. This is looking pured.
Yeah, that
oh
flipped
my
up
goodness.
Really nice.
And it skips all the way down there.
He was so close to being in there. And you know that would be even really bad for him too, because I mean, being stuck down in that little cavern there, and him being so short, he might not be able to see over it.
Yeah, it's it's pretty deep in there. Oh, Bo, getting the bridge skip. That's fun to see. He's going to be in ideal position. Luke,
definite miscue there.
Yeah, that's not a fun spot.
It looks like that put him in a situation where he ended up OB.
Yeah, there's some flags on the right side that are out of bounds, and they usually don't come into play, but when you get a tree kick like that, they definitely do.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate there.
Yeah, that's a decent recovery shot, though. He's going to have a lengthy putt on that elevated basket, but not bad.
Coda sitting in the circle. That's another little danger zone type of putt on this elevated basket.
Mm-hmm. Bo spiking it in there. Emerson, one of the furthest drives I've seen on this hole. Simple pitch up.
Yeah, that was really good. Didn't quite give it all the effort he wanted, but
no,
he gave it a good bid. It's tough to really commit to those outside the circle ones.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Coda, that was a really nice second shot to make the birdie. I mean, he was pretty far back there hitting that tree.
Yeah.
Very
and
well
then to
executed.
go ahead and capitalize, that's awesome.
Yep. That's why they call him Boy Wonder.
Bo getting it in there for his birdie as well.
Moving him to 11 under par.
And it's crazy that you're having to jump up on top of a stump in order to get to the basket.
Right. It's so high. Do you think this basket's as high as 16 at Hunter?
I don't know, honestly. I think it's pretty close.
Yeah. I mean, 16's pretty high.
Yeah.
It's elevated. If you guys, by the way, haven't checked out Hunter Park in Tulsa, Oklahoma, got to plug that. That's my home course. Shout out. Hole 9, this is a par 3, 333 feet. You have an OB line that lines all along the right side of the fairway and behind the basket, and then you have the road on the left side. So most of these guys are going to be throwing a low skip shot to try and get into this kind of mulchy area inside the circle. You really just don't want to take too much of a skip because there is danger of going OB long.
Or OB right.
Yeah.
Well, no,
he kicks in.
Yeah, he definitely got a good kick off that tree there.
Oh, yeah. That was soaring out of bounds.
Yeah, it was turning straight out of the hand. Emerson throwing a nice pipe shot.
This is
under
looking
the last
absolutely
limb to
money.
catch.
Parked. He is 3 feet from the basket, ladies and gentlemen.
It's always nice, especially on this hole, to have one of those drop-in birdies because you don't want to be stuck putting circle's edge on this.
Yeah. And that was a perfect shot from Bo. Just barely skipped over those rocks behind the basket. But he's going to still have a great look. Here's an unconventional play here. You don't see the spike hyzer too often.
Showing us something a little different.
And that's going to be pretty short.
Nice little layup there.
Yeah.
I don't know about Luke's shot. I just I wouldn't trust the trickle-down effect on these rocks and stuff.
Exactly.
It's going to be roll-away central.
Yeah.
Wow, that's That's a bad possibility because the OB is only circle's edge right there.
Oh.
See, and even that had the potential for
that was
roll
scary.
away.
That was very scary.
That was not a fun little section of putting for him.
No. And Bo just a little bit right side. Taking the par, unfortunately. He'll stay at 11 under par, though. Emerson, looks like we got the lone birdie on the card right here. And our leader just giving himself a cushion, sitting at 14 under par. Unfortunate bogey from Luke. And Coda tapping in the par as well to stay at 11. All right, well, that is going to conclude the second round back nine coverage of the 6th annual Buffalo Run Disc Golf Tournament. So far, Emerson Keith leading the pack at 14 under par. Bo Tillman and Coda Hatfield, our Oklahoma locals, are sitting at 11 under par. And then we got Luke Samson sitting at 7. Not quite connecting on the putts, but hopefully we can see him turn it around on this back nine. So, yeah, big shout out to Native Disc Golf, Legacy Discs, and DGA Disc Golf for sponsoring the tournament. Shout out to Lauren for coming to commentate, and we really hope you guys enjoyed.
And also make sure you guys like and subscribe to the GK Pro. Get on that GK Pro Patreon, and we'll see you guys for the back nine.